Hello, Virgo. This is going to be your general tarot reading for July 2021. I've had to apologize to everyone as usual. A lot of crazy things all happened at once about 2 weeks ago, and it's ongoing. So here I am now, though. This reading is for you if you're Virgo rising, Sun, Moon, or Venus. And of course, as always, this reading may or may not resonate for you. Some parts may resonate with you strongly, other parts might not. It might not resonate at all. If for some reason it doesn't, you may want to check out the other readings for your other signs of your placements in your chart. See if any of those readings resonate for you more. I hope you guys are doing well. For this month, I'm going to be using the Spiral Tarot for your main cards and the Arthur Rackham Oracle cards for your clarifiers. And if you would like to skip through this part and just go straight to the reading, there is a timestamp down below in the description box. So it's been interesting working with the Arthur Rackham Oracle cards as clarifiers. It's made a lot of the readings this month very dramatic because there's the creator of this deck has an extremely amazing vocabulary. There's even a handful of words in the deck that I had to look up that I didn't even know the meaning of. So this should be interesting. And let's see what comes out for Virgo for July 2021. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And I've decided to do things differently where I'm picking all of the clarifiers all at once in the beginning before I begin your reading. That way it won't interrupt your reading to try to pull out clarifiers. Hey, not bad, you guys. Not bad at all. This is one of the better readings so far, anyway. All right. That's odd. Okay. I'm putting that back in. I'm going to pick a different card. Ah. Okay. Up. Let me grab that. Okay. This reading seems really theatrical. I don't know if someone watching is a performance artist or a performer or an actress or actor or is involved in some kind of a group project with other people, but we'll get into it. Give me one moment. I need to go drink some water. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Here we go. Your central experience for July 2021 is the Two of Wands. It looks as though you're looking over your options on your next steps you're going to be taking in the future. This could be a new venture, a new adventure, a new relationship, a new location, a new home, a new something that you're still thinking about before you begin it. Or you may have set certain things into motion about this and you're waiting for responses. You're possibly even waiting for responses from the universe on whether this would be a good thing to invest in or go do. It seems as though you definitely have an already existing reality or something that you have been doing, but it looks as though you need new energy in your life and you might have a wanderlust or a need for adventure right now or for something new in your life. And you may be actually planning something or thinking about planning something. It's just you're hesitating a little bit right now while you mull over strategies or whether or not you actually want to do this. Or it could be you're waiting for a response back on how something does. And then you can take it from there depending on what the response is. So behind him of what has already existed in the past or what you still have experienced or done in the past, you have some regrets over. You have regrets, winter of the soul. I don't know if you're struggling with a little bit of melancholy this month on processing things that you have already taken action on the past. It seems to me as though you have some regrets over things that you have done or actions that you've taken or things that have happened in the past. Try not to sink into that too much though, because that could distract you from the future or distract you from the present. If you do have regrets, there's nothing you can really do about it now. It's already happened. And these regrets may or may not be because of something that you have done. It could just be regrets over something, how something played out. If you do have regrets that are bothering you, though, you could get it off your chest by talking about it with someone, whether it's an apology or just getting it off your chest and talking about it with someone that you feel safe with, to kind of get it out of your head or get it out of your psyche a little bit and bring it out into the open. That way it'll be easier to let go of it or to let it dissolve these regrets. It might be that you are basing what you are going to do in the future based off of past mistakes or past regrets, where you definitely don't want to repeat something. And so you have grown, you have learned, and now you have a better plan, if that makes any sense. What he is looking towards is temptation, the beast within, in with afflatus, I really hope I'm pronouncing that right, your divine calling. So you are tempted to follow your divine calling or something that you feel called to do right now, whatever that might be. It does not have to do with profession or money or jobs at all. It could be something that you have always wanted to do, or a place you've always wanted to go to, or something that you feel called to do. It's very tempting right now. I'm not looking at this temptation card as a negative thing, especially in combination with your divine calling. When you're tempted to embark on something completely new, it can be a little bit frightening at first, where you're afraid of being deceived, or you're afraid that things are not as good as they look, or that somehow something will go wrong. But you can't let that stop you from going towards what you feel called to do right now. And I'm getting the words, you need to stick up for yourself, or you need to maintain strength in what you have decided to do or what you are tempted to do here. I suppose, well, yeah, let's get further into it and see what else comes out in here. So, your challenge. You have the Three of Pentacles. Notice it's a ballet dancer on stage with lights, spotlights shining on her. This takes an incredible amount of confidence in your own abilities and a confidence in what you know you do, or what you do best, or your talents. It takes a lot of bravery to throw yourself out there like that on stage, where everyone can see you for what you do or what you're doing right now. With it, you have magnetism, charming properties, and delusion, false attraction. I'm just going to use it as a story because that's what I'm seeing in here, but take it as a metaphor for the kind of energy that I'm picking up on this. So the story I'm about to describe may not be your story at all, but the energy of what I'm saying may apply for you. So let's say that you're a performer, or you're a dancer, or a musician, or some kind of performer, or you work with theater. Because this is from A Midsummer Night's Dream. I believe it's been so long since I've read it, I've forgotten the plot of The Midsummer Night's Dream, but I think that somebody's love interest had their head turned into a donkey head by Puck, I believe, who is also in this reading. So it may be that you are being tempted to go after something that is calling to you, or is magnetized to you, or you are magnetized to it, whether this is a adventure, or a possible relationship or love interest here. It might be, if you are a performer, you might be performing with a group of people that are all in a play together, and you may have set your sights on someone that you are working with on stage that you have formed an attraction for. or someone is magnetizing you to them, or you are using your magnetism to draw things to you at this time, which is, I guess, another way of calling it, or another word I could use is charisma. It seems to me that either someone around you or you are extremely charismatic right now and attractive to others. Be careful about what you attract to yourself if you are using your own natural magnetism to draw things to you or to draw attention to you. There might be a false attraction here, or a delusion in here, or a Neptunian sort of a vibration that's confusing the matter, where it's hard for you to trust completely. You want to make sure that you're seeing things clearly, but you also don't want to freak anyone out by being suspicious of them. So I can see a susceptibility to confusion this month involving what you're drawing to yourself. There was temptation up here. There might be something going on that you are not aware of, but once you become aware of it, it changes your opinion, or it changes how you see things, or what you are magnetizing to yourself. If you are on the prowl, or you're interested in drawing in a romantic partner or a love interest into your life, be careful about who you are attracting or who is attracting you. They may be putting on a persona. I mean, this makes a lot of sense for actors. It's very easy to play different roles or different parts of your own personality, or this could be somebody else. But you may want to take your time and wait a little bit to see how the energy responds to you at this time. You might also be dealing with people that are overly attracted to you, or you are very charming right now, and other people around you may be taking this the wrong way, thinking that you are interested in them romantically, when you actually are not. You're just a charming person. And so if for some reason you are attracting someone to you where you don't necessarily have an attraction for them back, you might want to be very direct and just let them know in a good way, or in a charming way, that you are not interested in that way, and they need to let that hope go, or to let it out there that possibly you're with someone else, or you're not, let them down in a nice way. You could also be attracting really amazing opportunities to yourself right now, and your challenge is that you are afraid that it's a delusion, or that it's not real, or that it's not an actual opportunity. So yeah, I can definitely see how there could be some confusion in here. So what is helping you is the King of Cups in with transmutation, elemental alchemy, which transmutation is a word that belongs to this energy, which is Scorpio energy here, or especially water energy, but especially Scorpio energy, or Plutonic energy is very all about transformation and transmutation. So it looks like what is helping you is you are becoming even more mature emotionally, or you have become emotionally mature in taking responsibility for yourself, in seeing matters for what they actually are, and being able to pick up on things that other people do not see. Your intuition is very strong in July, so you should be trusting your intuition or your gut reactions to things. If you sense that something is going on underneath the surface, there probably is. It may not be a negative thing. It may be a very positive thing for all you know, but pay attention to how you feel. And you are working on transmuting yourself, where you're taking old emotional poisons or pains from the past, and you are transmuting them into emotional maturity. And also, Scorpio energy is extremely magnetic. It is magnetic, almost, some people could consider it vampiric type energy. It depends. But as Plutonic energy is extremely magnetic. You are extremely magnetic right now. I don't know if maybe you have some kind of a transit going on in your chart that is bringing more Pluto energy into your persona or into your life. Like, for instance, if you have a Capricorn rising and you happen to be a Virgo sun or something like that, or a Capricorn moon, then Pluto is involved now in your personality where perhaps before it wasn't there as much as it is now. And so this might be territory or uncharted waters that you are not familiar with, and it might be throwing you for a loop because other people, whether you see it or not, other people are extremely magnetized to you at this time. And when people are extremely magnetized, they can be attracted or they can also be repelled without even actually sitting down and actually talking to you. It's just something about your energy is either repelling people or attracting people in a massive amount. And it might be making you feel a little confused here because you just don't understand why this is happening. This did not happen before. And so you have a certain amount of power, let's put it that way. You have a certain amount of power to either help or hinder, or to attract or repel, or to handle a situation or end a situation, whatever it might be. And it's a lot of power all of a sudden that you have to be careful on how you wield it. But it seems to me that you are extremely emotionally mature. And you may be able to spot what you need to learn out of this whole thing, or how to handle it, or how to flow with it instead of against it. It is easy when Pluto all of a sudden comes into your chart or into your life, where people project their unconscious stuff on you. It happens a lot. I'm speaking from experience here. So it can throw you for a loop where sometimes you may be demonized or sometimes you may be misunderstood on what your actual intentions are, because the thing that people are seeing is not actually really the real you in a certain way. Maybe this is something to do with Neptune as well, if you have like a strong Neptune vibration going on in your chart right now. But it looks to me as though what's helping you is being emotionally mature and going with the transmutation rather than against it. You may even be transmuting regrets, where you're taking the regrets and you're transmuting them into passion or into a cause or into a project or into a relationship or into a new path for yourself where you can express certain things that perhaps weren't expressed before. This could also be a person. This could also be a person in your life who seems fairly emotionally intense and very investigative. It's like if someone is magnetized to you and you're attracting a lot of people right now, it's like this person wants to know everything about you, all of your depths, all of your feelings, all of your inner stuff, which could be a little bit disconcerting, especially if it's happening right off the bat in the very beginning of getting to know someone. You can almost feel as though you're under a microscope. But this person seems genuine. You may need to start working on how to use more boundaries when it comes to other people, because you need it now more than you did before. Okay, so here's another king at your root of your reading, or in your instincts. You have the King of Wands, which is a Leo vibration or a fire sign vibration. This is confidence, leadership ability, warmth, kindness, humor, protectiveness. This can also be theater, outdoor events in general that bring people together for a fun atmosphere, whether it's weddings, music festivals, a play. It's entertainment. This is the entertainment king. Or he can also be considered a boss type energy. He's very in control of guiding or leading something or organizing something that possibly other people will be witnessing. This can also be an aspect of yourself as well. He does have a certain amount of pride, and he has a very healthy ego, the King of Wands. It's in with subversion, tranquility disturbed, and provocation, challenge accepted. Interesting. It seems like there's some kind of a surprise element that disrupts your plans or disrupts your tranquility, where there's some kind of a challenge extended here. This could be a competition. This could just be a challenge that comes up that disturbs the rhythm of things or the flow of things, or disturbs your plans where you have to rearrange something. This can also be someone who at times can be a little overbearing or a little bit bossy or a little bit controlling of other people's actions. And so if for some reason you have had an energy come into your life in the form of another person who is trying to take over, or has a little bit more invested in trying to lead something than perhaps you would like, or is automatically assuming a boss role when perhaps it's not really their place to do that, it seems as though you've accepted the challenge and you're willing to address it. You seem very brave in July. You seem very confident, very brave, and like you know what you want, or you know what you're doing, and you're not going to let anyone take that from you, or I'm I'm getting a sense of competition with this, or of setting someone in their place by knocking their ego down just a little bit, where they have to realize they are not in charge of everything. But you're willing to do that, even though it's disturbing your calm or your tranquility. It seems like you're more able to directly address something head on here, instead of being shy or having stage fright or any of that. Maybe you might have a little bit of anxiety over confronting whatever this is, and it doesn't have to be a negative thing, actually. It's just something that needs to be addressed. This could be keeping people in line with how they treat each other. If you're in some kind of a leadership role, let's say that you're the playwright and you wrote the play and you're directing it and you're not actually an actor in this play. This is an analogy, you guys. You want to make sure that it's the way that you saw it when you were writing it in your imagination, where it's true to what you meant by writing this play. And so you might have somebody around who wants to take your idea and run with it and make it look like something different from what you envisioned. But since it's your vision here, it's important for you to stand up to that and say, actually, no, that's not what I was envisioning at all. This is kind of what I want to be doing with it. Or this could be trying to get actors to get along with each other. If there's a whole bunch of people that are going to be in a chorus or in the background or doing different things, there might be weird relationship, attraction, magnetism, Pluto stuff going on, where fellow actors or actresses are sleeping with each other, or they've gotten involved in relationships with each other, or they're competitive with each other, or there's some jealousy involved, or dramatics of different kinds and how people are treating each other. You may need to, because this is disturbing the tranquility of how things flow, because this definitely seems like it's your calling, or you care a lot about whatever this is that you're involved with. You may have the necessary bravery that you need in order to address these things and make sure that people are treating each other respectfully or getting along, or that any drama is dealt with so that it does not complicate the outcome or the results of all of this. I suppose this could be some kind of a business cooperative, or it could be a group of people that you're planning on organizing some kind of event with, or or possibly a mutual investment where different people are pooling in their resources into a common goal together. And so it's important to pick the right people, attract the right people, and to have those people get along with each other instead of creating drama, because that can create issues with the manifestation of something. This could be, for someone watching, this could be competition, or this could be people competing for you or competing to get your attention. It seems like you're in high demand right now, or you're in the spotlight right now, and you may not be used to this. This may be something that you've never experienced before, and it's a little bit shocking for you in a certain way, where you need to put people in their place energetically where they're not getting at each other's throats over who likes who or who gets who or whatever. I don't know where that's coming from. Okay, so in the past, or recent past, here it is. Here's the same donkey-headed guy from the Midsummer Night's Dream. You have the Princess of Wands, or Page of Wands, in with awareness, true character revealed. It might be that you thought someone was a king, when actually on the inside they might appear to be a king, whether they're female or male, doesn't matter. They seem to have it all together. They seem to have mastered something. But the more you have gotten to know them or observe them, you realize that they have a very, internally, they're a little bit immature, or they're a little bit childlike. And childlike does not have to mean childish. They might just be their soul is very young, or there's something about them that is very buoyant and innocent and free-flowing and easily crushed, actually, in how other people see them. And you're realizing someone isn't as strong as you thought they were. That someone may not be as important or as blown up as they have made themselves to be with their image. But in a way, I almost feel as though you have been endeared by this. You find this endearing. Possibly before, when you first met them or were introduced to them, you may have actually felt a little intimidated because there's something about them on the outside that's a little bit intimidating or seems too perfect almost. But this is actually gives a little grace in the situation. You have grace, divinely blessed grace. You might actually have been surprised because someone has turned out to be a better person than you thought. Perhaps you thought they were egotistical, or you thought that they were all about, maybe a narcissist, or all about themselves. But the more you've gotten to know them, it actually looks like you might be starting to have some kind of an interest in this person that goes beyond goals or professions or hobbies or whatever. But it is different. It is different from what you're used to dealing with. Or someone perceives you this way, where they become aware that you are actually not intimidating or scary or plutonic. You're actually a really innocent, sweet. I'm sorry, I can feel someone rolling their eyes right now. I didn't mean it like that. Just a very kind, warm person, and you're not as confident as you seem, and that is actually endearing you to someone else, where they actually feel more comfortable with you now than they did in the beginning because they realize you're not perfect. Someone's true character revealed. Grace. I think that by being genuine and showing others that you don't know everything, or you don't always know what you're doing, or you're open to feedback, or this actually is bringing a lot of grace into your life. Maybe before you were afraid to show yourself as an individual because you didn't want it to mess with your profession, where somehow that was being unprofessional. But this goes beyond all that. It's more important for people to actually see you for who you are rather than your image or what you put out there. Someone actually may have gotten under your skin and maybe seeing parts of you that you hide from others, and it might be actually a little bit unnerving for you a little bit because you're not used to people seeing right through you like this king does. But it's also exciting being seen too. And this could also be how someone feels about you. You're seeing through somebody's illusion or delusion or persona. You're seeing right through a person's persona or other people's personas, right down to the core of them. And it's exciting for them because, let's face it, a lot of people want to be seen and feel as though they are not seen. So to have someone actually see you can be a very exciting but scary thing too, because it's almost like you're exposing them or you're being exposed. So yeah, you're figuring it out though. It seems like whatever this project is, or this creative venture, or this thing that you're involved with that involves other people, looks like it's going to have a really amazing outcome. If it's a play, plenty of people show up and it has a standing ovation. If it's a musical event, lots of people show up and they're blown away. If this is something public, it will have good reviews. If this is a restaurant you're opening with a bunch of business partners or something like that, you will have plenty of customers and the restaurant will do well. There might be something unusual about it. Maybe it's a cat cafe, or maybe it's a public giant puppet show. It's something fun, something that you have always wanted to do but never got up the courage until now to actually do it, or you feel called to go in that kind of a direction. Or maybe this is a class that you're taking, and so you're getting to know people that are in the class with you, and you're starting to form relationships with each other. Friendships, romantic interests, crushes, people who don't like each other. It seems fun to me. Okay, so your best possible outcome is justice. Major Arcana. In with acrimony, festering resentments. Jeez. And here's Puck. Devilment, force for mischief. Yeah, I feel like perhaps you're the adult in this situation where people around you are acting like children. Which can be entertaining and add a little spice to life and give you something to talk about with other people, but at the same time, it may have gone too far, where people are starting to get a little bit mischievous or doing devilish things that are causing other people to have festering resentments, or because of festering resentments, people are acting out in strange ways to one another. This, I would say the words passive aggressive, but it's different. It's a different feeling that I'm getting. It's like taking festering resentments and then playing tricks on people because of the festering resentments. It's like meddling or merriment that's taken way too far. And it may have become so weird at this point that it's become very obvious to you on what's happening. And so you seem as though you are in a position as your best possible outcome to kind of get people to get along, or to settle differences, or to intervene, or to act as a mediator, or to get people to have if this reading seems as though you're the sanest person, you feel as though everyone else has lost their minds and you're the only sane person on earth left. I'm getting something like that. Like you feel very adult in here. You feel very mature and very adult, but you're dealing with either a group or a project or something with other people that are acting like kids. I suppose this could also be going on in a family situation where somehow a child in your family or your own child has been acting out in certain ways, and you're trying to get down to the bottom of where this behavior is coming from. It may be out of their character to be this way, and so it's making you wonder what is actually happening to get them to behave this way, and what needs to be done in order to settle differences or to get people to get along with each other. I got the word counseling, family counseling, or talking it over with someone that is neutral in the situation instead of trying to talk it out with people that are in it, to kind of get an objective perspective on it. What is the best way of handling it? What is the best decision you can make to settle this, or to have things settle or become more calm? It could be that somebody in here has festering resentments, and because of that, they're taking somebody else to court over some kind of devilment or mischief that has gone on. This could be some kind of a court thing, but if it is, as your best possible outcome, it looks like it is settled, or it's able to be righted, or it's able to be adjusted, or justice is able to be brought to this situation before it gets completely out of hand. Your perceptions seem very accurate in July, where your perceptions are crystal clear right now. But also there's a part of you that is trying to figure out whether it's like you're afraid of being, things being a delusion or not real. But if there was anything that was a delusion, I would imagine, since this is helping you, you would be able to spot it. And as your best possible outcome, you would know how to address it in the proper way without creating even more drama. Hopefully this is making sense for someone. Seems like a very particular reading. So, in the future, coming up for you, you have the Nine of Pentacles in with stability, sure-footedness. You've got this. You can totally handle this. Whatever is happening right now, seems like a lot is happening that is almost like an adventure, which is exciting. You know, something's happening. It seems like you've got it. You're sure-footed. You know what you're capable of. You have skills. You're able to build what you want on your own if you want, or you're in a good place where you're pretty whole, or you're pretty self-sufficient. You can work with others, but you don't need to work with others. You could do something on your own too. You might be considering going solo with something, or maybe you have some kind of a solo thing that you're doing as well as this project or whatever is going on here. But you're sure-footed. You'll be able to land on your feet if you fall. You'll be able to reach things that you didn't think you were able to reach. You can maneuver around things in a very fluid way. And you seem very proud of yourself and happy that you've finally come to this spot of independence, self-assuredness, but also you're not announcing it to the whole world in order to get adulation or congratulations or anything. You're just happy with what you have right now. You're not tooting your own horn. You're, in a way, it doesn't seem like it matters to you whether other people know what you're doing or not. If you are single, and if you're considering, dating or getting to know people, you definitely seem very wise with how you're handling it, where you're not going to sacrifice your own independence right now for any kind of a attraction. It seems like you've got your feet firmly planted on the ground when it comes to how you're seeing things in the future. You're not going to rush it or push it out of feeling as though you need to have a relationship in order to be happy. You're open. You seem very open and willing to be real here with getting to know people, but you also seem fairly self-sufficient here. Willing to take your time, willing to really look at things, willing to be good where you're at now while you watch things unfold or see what people's responses are or what the response is from the universe before acting on anything just yet, which is excellent. So you're definitely focusing on your own material security and stability in the future as like a top priority for you right now, so that you can continue with some kind of a goal or some kind of a project that you're working on or something that you're doing right now. Okay. So you right now have the Six of Wands in with obstruction. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Obstreperous, I can't even say that. Here, I'll just hold it up. Blah, 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 personage. I'm assuming that means someone who is planting themselves in the way or trying to create issues for you or barriers for you to get to your destination. Looks like two young women trying to walk down the street or the road, and there's a little imp leprechaun looking guy who has put a tree in their path and is trying to stop them from being able to continue. That's reminding me again of this devilment. Force for mischief. It's like someone's trying to stop you or something is playing tricks on you, or maybe it's the universe's way to see if you will give up or not, or if you keep on going anyway. It looks like you don't give up because you have the Six of Wands. You will be successful. If there are obstacles in your path with this that just happen randomly, almost as if the spirits are conspiring against you with your plans, don't take it too seriously and don't stop. Keep on going towards your plans. You will be completely successful with what you're setting out to do, and you will achieve it. So don't let weird obstacles get in the way or deter you from what you know you should be doing right now, or what you want to be doing right now. That's good. That's really good, you guys. Not everyone has that. It seems like you've racked up some pretty good karma. Okay, so in your surroundings, you have the Five of Swords, which is a obstructive person who could try to meddle. This is mischievous, but not too difficult, right? This is mischievous, and who knows what their intentions are on why they're doing things. Maybe someone is meddling because they think they're helping you or something. But this is different. This is a real a-hole. This is someone who wants to cause damage or wants to hurt people. This is not mischievous. This is not childlike. This is not, this is someone who could be considered dangerous. But with it, you have, or the villain in a play. A villain, the person who is really honestly trying to sabotage something. So with it, you have Providence, anonymous benefactors. There it is again. You've got a lot of helpers that you may not be aware of right now. You might be having some very strange luck that's hard to figure out where it's coming from or why it's happening. But it looks like whatever difficult situation you are dealing with in your surroundings concerning someone who is possibly cruel, mean with words, sarcastic, not a team player, not someone you want to sabotage anything in your life right now. It looks like you have an anonymous benefactors, so you don't have to worry about your downfall or the downfall of something. You don't have to worry about being meddled with or having your plans be destroyed, because spiritual forces or magical forces or hidden friends, hidden allies are helping you along the way, and you will be successful with whatever it is that you're trying to do right now, or whatever it is that you're trying to express. Whatever sure-footedness plan you have, it looks like an excellent plan, and it's not going to stop you. Let's see. Yep, you have success. So don't worry too much about someone interfering with something. I wouldn't worry about it. If you do have something going on in your surroundings, like you have to move or you're being evicted, or something has become too toxic in your surroundings, it looks as though something will be provided to you to help you to escape, or to bring you to a much better situation. So I wouldn't worry about not having a safety net or not having a net to catch you. If things do go wrong with your surroundings, it looks like you are led to something that is much luckier, much better, much more comfortable, stable, and kind. That's more what you're looking for anyway. So your fears. Wow. Your fears of your plan falling apart, or something that you're counting on sticking around. Your fears that it's going to fall apart and crumble, and that you'll have disquiet, sudden disturbances, that your plans will, that some kind of chaotic force in the universe is going to come and mess with your dream, or mess with your plan, or get in the way, or that you will fail, or that something will disturb your peace and cause a lot of disorientation, of losing one's way. But keep in mind, this is just your fears. This fear might be a delusion, but a very real delusion for you because of, where is it? Because of past regrets. Something has gone down that you regret in the past, and perhaps you're afraid that it's going to come back and ruin your next plans, or that you will experience a chaotic destruction of what you truly want because of something. Maybe you're afraid that you've racked up bad karma because of things from the past, but I'm not seeing that. You guys. I actually feel like if you have been sabotaged in the past and had a horrible outcome because of it, that's not going to happen this time around. So try to dispel your fears as much as you possibly can. And your general outcome is the Ace of Wands, in with guidance, the hidden path. Look at that. That's amazing. It seems like you have some trickster kind of mischievous energy going on in your life right now, where it might be a tiny bit disorienting for you because you're not sure what is actually happening. More is happening than usually happens to you, and so it's throwing you for a loop a little bit. But it seems like you are receptive and you're willing to pay attention to signs or what other people say, or possible opportunities being revealed to you. Feedback is really important for you in July. It's important to get feedback or to get certain things off your chest and bounce your ideas off of people and see what their responses are. You might be guided to some kind of a huge breakthrough that will help you to move forward with your new plan that you've been thinking, or a new project or a new adventure you've been thinking about taking action on. It looks like you take action on it, but you needed to do it with the right timing, because it looks like at the very last minute, right before you start, something is offered to you, or you're guided to something that perhaps you would have missed or not seen if you had taken action earlier. The hidden path, and that is also reminding me of, where is it? It was the obstruction card. Where is it? Here we go. There was the path that had the tree in the middle of it. Obviously, this little guy in the middle may not be able to put the tree back into place, or none of them are strong enough to really put the tree back into place, so they have to figure out a different route. Maybe there is a hidden path off to the side of that they're not seeing, that is revealed to them, that's actually some kind of a shortcut or an easier way to go around the tree than trying to climb over it. Looks really fascinating, you guys. This is probably the best reading for anybody so far this month. It has produced some pretty strange readings for people, but it looks like you're on the right track, or you're figuring it out. You will receive guidance if you need it. And you will know how to act when the time comes. And if this is an issue over knowing who to go out after for a romantic interest, it looks like the right person is revealed to you, or the right choice is revealed to you on what to choose or how to get started with something. Alrighty. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.